See the sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn out, there's no pretending. Imagine yourself for a second waking up one day to your mundane life, put on your work outfit, ready to go, you drive to work, you're a delivery person. You check your orders and all the locations you gotta go to. You might interact with people on occasion. You might sometimes have to deal with, a little ravenous dog, a little dog that wants to bite you, giant octopus, or maybe a psycho with a crazy southern drawl, and the possibility of having to save the entire planet and yourself from a cataclysmic event. No, I'm not talking about your job at FedEx. I'm talking about Death Stranding. Death Stranding 1 is Hideo Kojima's first game outside of Konami, under his own independent studio, whatever. Shout out the GOAT for making such beautiful games at Konami, but also shout out to him making games by himself. It's his first game after, leaving Konami in 2015. The game went into full development in around 2017, and his masterpiece was later released November 8th, 2019. The second one is releasing I think June 26th of this year. So that one is for the books. Now, I'm not a big skeptic on second parts or anything being worse than the first, because controversial to I think a lot of people, The Last of Us Part 2, I'm not gonna say it's better than the first part, but to me it had a little bit more of I don't know, I guess it had a little bit more of an impact. It's definitely a masterpiece, despite what everyone thinks about it. I don't care. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. I don't care. This game, Death Stranding, fell under my radar completely when it came out because I don't think I had a PS5, and even if I did, I don't think I had the money at the time to get the game. And if I had seen anything on it, I don't really even think I wanted to get it. I wasn't too I was into video games, but I wasn't into them how I am now. This game is a true masterpiece. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of Death Stranding. I am, I think, 5 years late to the game, but I don't care. I don't care, bro. To me, games I still haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played a lot of the Final Fantasies that people love besides 7. What else? I haven't played Yakuza, all the Yakuza games. I know those are really fun. I have one ready to go, but I ain't started on it yet. But we're not here for all that. We're here for Death Stranding. This is my review of the game, but I'm highlighting a bunch of things.
2,000 years later.
First off, the music, boy. The music in the beginning of the game, that song, as soon as you start walking and shit like that, God, bro, it's so good. It sets the mood for everything, and the fact that it takes over your headphones or whatever you're playing with. Hideo hired the best person to compile all this music, and Woodkid and I think Silent Poets, those are just two of the artists that are on the game and stuff like that, but the compilation of all this music just fits the game so well. Some of my favorite songs were Pop Virus. That song is so freaking good. Holy shit. You need to listen to it outside of the game. That song is so I'm pretty sure it's city pop, J-pop, I don't know. It's wonderful. You need to give it a listen. The first song is so good. Don't be so serious. That song is amazing. It's so good. It sounds so good. BB's theme, you got the combat veteran Mads Mikkelsen singing it to BB the whole entire game, and he sings it so well. His voice is so nice, but then you hear it fully towards the end of the game. You're floating. That song is so good, and it comes at a time, obviously, it's set up that way, but it comes at a time where it hits you for real. Like it hits you totally. Like, your whole body feels it. Another topic, the sound engineer. Give him a whole year off of work, let him come back and watch him work again. But yeah, soak it in throughout the whole game. Get you a nice pair of headphones. I don't care if you wear earbuds or like, you know, just the jankiest headphones, as long as they feel good to you and they have maybe a little bit of noise cancellation and, like, you know, they're decent. Because all I use are the $50, and it feels like you're in a movie. It feels like you're in there. I'm not spoiling it, but in the second war scene, everything, just the way everything sounds is so crispy. It's so good. So good. I don't know how they do it, but it is wonderful. Oh my goodness, every time you get dragged into those big storms, you might want to get under your desk, because it might actually be happening. That's how good they did. Oh my goodness, another thing, the way that stories are transitioned are done so seamlessly. Like, for example, Mama's story, she's talking to you for a second, and then she starts telling you about what happens to her, and the way that it transitions is so freaking good. The amount of characters you meet throughout the game are vast. Not to mention amazing voice actors. Robbie Daymond, Ray Chase, what's his name? Thor, like voice actor Thor, not MCU Thor. Critical Role. He's on Critical Role. I'll figure out his name and I'll put it up on screen right here. Throughout the game, like, you go meeting all these people and taking orders from them and stuff like that, and they all pretty much give you a reason why or why not they're wanting to side with this new government and stuff like that. You know, some of them have been traumatized by things, but like, it brings Hideo really wanted you to immerse into this game, because they, again, tell you these stories about what happened to them and why or why not they hate what's going on, like in terms of the Cairo network and shit like that. Why or why not they want to join, and like they share these stories about themselves. It's so immersive, especially if you're paying attention. If you're just blasting through it, then it don't matter. But like, if you're paying attention, the stories are so deep. And now we're gonna move on to the gameplay. The gameplay is so amazing. The fact that you have to, whenever you want to hold shit in your hands, the fact that you have to hold the triggers down. Again, immersion. This game is about immersion. You gotta immerse yourself fully with the right trigger and the left trigger, just to hold the cargo sometimes. Because don't get me wrong, like, you have all these things that'll help you, move stuff around, but sometimes you don't have that ability to put it on a carrier thing, or in your truck, or in your motorcycle or something. You don't have that ability. You have to hold it with your hand. Holding your breath throughout the game, crazy freaking stuff, bro. Crazy stuff, especially if you're holding something in your hand. If you're holding something in your hand with the trigger, you're using the bumper to hold your breath. Crazy work. Immersion, baby. This whole game is about immersion. The timing of the upgrades, again, it's just a detail that I paid attention to. Most games have it, but like, it's one of those things that I like. It's like that the developer, the creator of the game is thinking about how to make everything seem seamless, which is something that I think Hideo does really well, along with his whole crew and everything. That's something they do really well, is like making everything seem seamless. The characters breaking the fourth wall during their stories is so cool. Hartman did it the most, I think, and I feel there were more characters, but Sam, when you're sitting in the private rooms and stuff like that, and he points at you or he winks at you, bruh. Norman Reedus, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, brother? You don't have to be doing all that stuff. But yeah, again, immersion. And oh, the scanner. When you're using the scanner, it like shows you the field and everything, and that again details the equipment that you get. You have to like be able to pick out what you need for the certain terrain that you're gonna be on. Like if you know you're gonna be carrying a large cargo, you got the power suits. The customization is okay. Like you only get like the regular one, silver and gold, which I don't care to pick either of the two. I stick with the latter. I just pick the standard one. The equipment in general, like picking out the guns and stuff when you get to the gun parts, the grenades and everything. Man, you just have to think about what you're gonna need, which obviously it tells you what you might need, but like if you think you're a lot more capable than the game at telling you what you think you need. Of course, if you know you're gonna go like through mountains and stuff, you might want to take like a climbing anchor or something like that, or a ladder or something. But sometimes you will get punished in some areas, because if you don't know too well what you're doing, then you're gonna suck. It's just like if you get punished with time being taken away from you. All that again, immersion. The acting in this game is so fucking good. Oh my goodness. My favorite line through the entire game, as corny as it might sound, was Leah, Fragile, saying,
"I'm fragile, but not that fragile."
You wouldn't be able to say that anywhere else because the context of the game, but like when she says that, bro, it puts her on this like tier of godliness. Sam Porter, Norman Reedus, his performance was absolutely stunning. Granted, like sometimes it felt like his lines were, I don't know, it felt a little weird. I think if you play the game, you'll understand. But his performance in like his connection with BB was so heartbreaking, especially towards the end of the game. But like at first, you know, you're being told that it's a piece of equipment or whatever, but his oh my goodness, and just remembering like the whole point of the game and stuff like that, and whatever happens, bro, you just gotta play the game and check, like, pay attention to Norman Reedus, Sam Porter performance, and you'll understand. But like the way he cares about BB is so it's good, it's amazing. Hartman's performance, his story, that transition of his story when he's talking to you, the transition that it takes, amazing.
And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach.
It makes you feel a lot of empathy for him, but his story was it was a tearjerker, especially like if you can relate, which I myself can't because I don't have a wife and kids yet. But yeah, like losing your family like that and having to search for them in this, where it's just, I don't know, it was just amazing. It was good. Higgs, Troy Baker, bro, Troy Baker does such an amazing job. Joel Miller, amazing character. The way he portrays Joel Miller is beautiful. Like 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 performance, honestly. But the way he portrays Higgs in this game is so obviously different from Joel, but I personally have never seen him be portrayed that way, or portray a character that way. So like conniving and such an asshole at times. It is different to what I was used to, you know, as Joel, which Joel has his like guarded, extremely thick barriers type of character. But the way that Higgs was, like, he, one, was an asshole, two, is so like psychotic, like fucking crazy. And then there's a part in the game where like you know, you see something and then you realize really how psychotic he was. But yeah, Troy Baker, outstanding performance. Mads Mikkelsen as the combat veteran, dude. Every time he popped up on screen, whether it was through those flashbacks or his entrance, dude, that entrance was so fucking good. Holy shit. if you're like a cinephile, or you're you know, someone who enjoys movies, bro, this game is definitely for you. This game is definitely for you. There ain't too much to it. There's not a lot of thought to the combat and stuff like that, and like obviously, you know, carrying cargo and stuff like that isn't too it's not that mindless, but it's also not that it doesn't strain your brain type thing. This game is certainly a movie. This isn't something you don't pay attention to. This is your Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill 1 and 2. This is your Martin Scorsese. This is your Christopher Nolan Interstellar. This is that. This is that. You have to pay attention. You have to soak it in. You have to honestly like cherish the game, because that's how good it is. Like you don't just turn it on to turn your brain off. You pay attention to the story. You pay attention to all the conversations being had. You know, it's today, nowadays gaming is so different. Like this type of game is like once in a blue moon type of thing, at least for me, just because you know, I don't play a lot of crazy games and stuff like that, but like I can enjoy a piece of cinema, and this is definitely that. So if I haven't really convinced you to get it, I don't know what else to do. You know, there's plenty of other people who might be able to convince you, but this game is beautiful. I hope you try it. And definitely do. I think on Steam it's still on sale. I don't know, it was like I think $20 or $30. I don't remember, but it was definitely on the PlayStation Plus thing, and so it's technically free. Go ahead and try it for yourself. This game is amazing. I would rate it probably an 11 out of 10. And if you're a completionist, some of the tasks, some of the trophies are extremely difficult. That's currently what I'm on, and they're difficult in terms of like a lot of time consuming thing. It's a lot of like, try it for yourself. You'll want to pull your hair out. But this game is truly a masterpiece. Thank you, Hideo Kojima, for this beautiful game. I can't wait for the second one. I'm definitely going to be making videos on that one, doing like a playthrough and stuff like that. But if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and spank that like button, baby. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. It's not just like this game. You gotta soak it in, bro. When you press that subscribe button, go ahead and just soak it in. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Take my word for it. This game is amazing. Try it out. Don't forget to take care of yourself. I love you very much. Peace.